Episode 6 of 1883 sees the caravan head toward Doan's Crossing. This happens to be a border town of sorts, and somewhere the gang can catch their bearings and prepare for the next leg of their journey. Elsa is consumed with grief, but out of all the people who know what she's going through, it's Shea who shows with wise words of wisdom. After burning his house down and losing his wife, Shea admits he has his own reasons for living.
You hungry?
No,
Where are you going?
I need some privacy.
It's a really beautiful and touching chat, one that perfectly exemplifies how Elsa is feeling. In fact, it's so touching that Elsa returns to work, albeit still grieving. When the gang makes it to Doan's Crossing, Margaret seizes the opportunity to take a ride with her daughter. They head into town, but it's not exactly a welcome reception. People stare, untrusting, as the two women pass. Given Elsa's current mood, a man in the crowd challenges her. With the pair drawing guns,
It's harder to do than you think. No, it ain't.
It comes real natural to me.
James arrives and manages to save the situation from blowing completely out of control, lamenting Elsa's foolishness. The thing is, that blinding rage is bound to get them in trouble if it's not controlled, and James knows that. Thomas works his magic in town to convince a cook to jump aboard and help the caravan in their upcoming travels. He has some pretty strict but fair rules, although it'll cost $600 to get him aboard. Given the lack of resources and cooks from here to Wyoming, his rates are justifiably steep.
I thought you was working with Swenson.
We ran our herd up in March.
How are them rivers?
Another new addition to the roster is Colton, a young and charismatic cowboy hired to replace Ennis. As one may expect, he apologizes for what happened to Ennis, admitting that he actually knew the man. He was a good hand. Unfortunately, there's a bigger problem afoot here than grief. There's a river blocking their path and the caravan is going to have to cross again. Shea bemoans that they are losing time. Shea believes in tough love, determined to have the immigrants fend for themselves in order to survive.
It's gonna cost about $600 stock up.
Well, 600.
On top of hiring a cook, Thomas also buys a gift for Noemi. Specifically, that of a mirror. His reasoning comes from her beauty and wanting her to look at herself. Under the flickering lights of their campfire, Noemi strips off and kisses him. In the morning, she holds Thomas' hand and stops him from calling him, replaced with the much more intimate and informal Noemi. In the morning, Elsa manages to come to terms with her grief, partly thanks to a chat with her father but mostly from Shea's words.
Don't bother flirting with me.
Why not?
You're too pretty for me. I prefer to be the pretty one.
When he arrives to see her by the river crossing, Elsa kisses Shea's cheek and crosses to the other side.